There's a little queen on the animated screen. Wait till you get a view of sweet Betty. Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wink. Wait till you get a view of sweet Betty. Those eyes, that pretty nose, and oh, aside from this, she's got so much of those. If you want to see just a perfect little she, wait till you get a view of sweet Betty.
All ready, the big show starts off immediately. Oh, get on, Mr. the Red Wagon. Introducing Miss Jenny in her death-defying high dive into a bowl of soup. Give the little girl a big hand. Are you ready? Louder than yours.
Look out! Pardon me. You dropped your handkerchief.
Thanks.
Peanuts! 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 Peanuts!
I'll have them peanuts.
Oh, I have no peanuts.
And now, Betty on the high wire.
time I know. I got a bench and a park and a park and a bench and a poo-poo-ba-doo. Sit down. Seems so dumb. Hurry, dear, I'm getting numb. Oh, do-do. Poo-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Poo-poo-ba-doo.
I think I'll wait here and see. Ah, me beauty, at last.
Stop!
Do you like your job? Well, I think if I were you, I'd go so and you better come out with me tonight. Have some dinner.
You mean?
No! There'll be no more poo-poo-ba-doo out of you!
You can feed me bread and water. What a great big bale of hay. Oh, but don't take my boo-boo-ba-doo away. You can say my voice is awful, or my songs are too risque. Oh, but don't take my boo-boo-ba-doo away.
Come on, no, I got you, Miss Julian.
I'll say yes.
Stay out!
I'll kick him.
Take that and that! Yeah.
Yuck, yuck, yuck. Say,
No, he couldn't take my boo-boo-ba-doo away.
Good morning, Mr. Seal.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Who do you think you are?
Beans is the name. One of the Boston beans.
Good morning, Mr. Hardy.
Quiet. Camera. Action.
No rattler could rip her, no python could nip her, for she was a last word in class. Sweet Frosty Farmer, the lovely snake charmer, who fell for a snake in the grass.
She shunned all the geezers on flying trapezers and let all the acrobats pass. The sweet bossy farmer, the lovely snake charmer,
Went boom for a snake in the grass.
Beans is the name. One of the Boston beans.
Made of pen and ink, she can win you with a wing.
Yoo-hoo.
Ain't she cute?
Boop, boop, be-doo.
Sweet Betty.
Magic mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in the land?
You're the fairest in the land. You're the fairest in the land.
I wanna see my stepmama, stepmama, stepmama. I wanna see my stepmama.
Her stepmama, the queen.
I've heard about your looking glass, looking glass, looking glass. I've heard about your looking glass.
And what it says is so.
Magic mirror in my hand, who's the fairest in the land?
You're the fairest in the land. You're the fairest in the land.
Off with her head.
Okay, queenie. What a shame. Poor Betty.
Always in the way. I can never play. My own mama would never say I'm always in the way. Don't leave me here alone. I don't want to freeze. Please.
If I were you, I'd hide my face.
Folks, I'm going down to St. James Infirmary. See my baby there, she's stressed out on a long white table. She's so sweet, so cold, so fair. Let her go, oh bless her. Wherever she may be, she will search this wide world over, but she'll never find another sweet man like me. Now when I die, bear me in my straight leg breeches, put on a box back coat and a Stetson hat. Put a $20 gold piece on my watch chain so you can let all the boys know I died standing pat. Then give me 6 crap shooting pallbearers. Let a chorus girl sing me a song. Put a red hot jazz band in the top man so we can raise hallelujah as we go along. Folks, now that you have heard my story, say, boy, hand me over another shot of that blues. If anyone should ask you, tell them I got those St. James Infirmary blues.
Magic mirror in my hand now. Who's the fairest in the land?
You're the fairest in the land.
Well, I believe I'm here. And that's, turn that, hi. Let's see. I'm gonna, where's the stop ringing button? 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 Ah! 8675309. Where's the stop ringing button? I guess I could just do that for the moment. Okay. There we go. I mean, if nothing else. I mean, you guys can hear it over the microphone maybe a little bit. And there, finally stopped ringing. What is that? Disconnect? Oh, looks like she's on. Hey! Hi. All right. Let me get your sound on and your... Whoop, there you are.
Nobody told me that kombucha was alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
So what
Turns
happened?
out I can't handle even just the slightest.
Are you okay?
I'm okay, just... I wondered why my digestive tract was weird. And then I was telling my mom, oh, I've been trying this kombucha because it's got blueberry and ginger and probiotics. And she's like, you know that has alcohol in it, right? And like, what? And then I like look at the fine print in the label, like, oh shit.
Yeah,
no
it has. Yeah, it's fermented.
Yes. Well, I wasn't. I did not drink as a hobby, so I didn't. Yeah.
Well,
oh well, slight hiccup in my diet plan, but I'll live.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and share this screen with you. Shaboom. Let me go ahead and put it up on the big screen too. All right, now everybody can see that. Everybody can see that. And oh, whoops, gotta put that up. Every single piece of safety. Thank you, G.I. Joe. All right. Now, we're gonna go ahead and properly get started in a capital 3, 2, 1. And a great big hey, howdy, hey to all my goofy... Gonna try that again. And a great big hey, howdy, hey to all my goofy goobers out there. Welcome back to Animanic Commentaries with C.Auzi+D.Fanatic.
AF, meow.
Meow, meow, meow. Because tonight we are going to be talking about Cats Don't Dance. Classic musical animated feature from 1997. And I'm gonna go over some of the stuff that Squad typed way earlier, since the live chat will be gone by the time I edit this. This was the first and only animated film to come out of Turner Entertainment's feature animation division, because the previous film they had done was Pagemaster, and that was bookended by live-action segments. The division spun out of Hanna-Barbera's feature animation, and even David Kirshner came over from Hanna-Barbera to head the Turner department after Turner bought Hanna-Barbera. And then Warner Brothers bought Turner, and they just released this film out of obligation, didn't advertise it worth shit, and it bombed. But it did well with critics, and it won the first was the first non-Disney feature to win the Annie for Best Animated Feature, which is awesome.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know that. Like, dude, that is probably the coolest little factoid that I had not heard before. And keep in mind, 1997, we've covered a couple of musicals from that. Hercules and Anastasia. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So Cats Don't Dance is a really good movie and directorial debut of animator Mark Dindal, who would go on to do Emperor's New Groove, Chicken Little, and the Garfield movie with Chris Pratt as of most recent. So, what about you, honey? What is your familiarity with this movie?
This was one of the many movies that my parents would rent from Blockbuster a lot, like from preschool. But, you know, I didn't remember in full until I came back to the United States when I was 13 and Blockbuster was still around. And I'm like, I haven't seen this since I was 6 years old. And then I watch it, I'm like, damn, this is better than I remember.
It is a really good movie. I don't think I found this movie until I was fairly into my young adulthood. And good Lord, does this movie floor you. And when you realize, wait, the Emperor's New Groove guy did this, it makes so much sense, because the animation is bonkers, and it all fits so well into this rather bonkers story. I think one other thing Squad didn't mention that I did hear about as a factoid, might have heard it from Animat, maybe? I'm not sure. But anyway, the point is that they were going to do it in that there was, at some point in development, a concept where they would do it as kind of like a Cool World, Mary Poppins, Toontown kind of thing, where they'd have a live-action Michael Jackson in the animated talking animals world. That did not pan out, but one thing that is largely noticeable in this film, which I'll point out as we go along. You know what? Forget I said anything. I think we should probably get this started. What do you think, honey?
Yep.
Now we gotta synchronize. Time for synchronizing. Time for synchronizing. Time for synchronizing now. Dun, 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 dun. Time for synchronizing. Time for synchronizing. Now we're synchronizing now. Bo, 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 bo. All right. The print I found has the Warner Brothers Family Entertainment logo with Bugs Bunny. Yes, pretty much every copy of it has that. So there's absolutely no reason to worry about that. Also, I think as of the time right now when we're doing this live, the film is for free with ads on YouTube. So I think you might know what you can do with that. So let's go ahead and start in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, excellent timing. Hello, Bugs. Turn to Future Animation does that. Man, that's a logo that sets on this film, doesn't it? Love the opening narration.
Yeah, our Shirley Temple caricature.
Yeah. I think they probably went with her because even at the time of the 90s, she would have been the most recognizable old Hollywood child actress to caricature for this.
Even, this is like a diva version of Shirley Temple, but
yeah,
Shirley Temple in real life was a really nice person.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is like, let's not conflate her with Shirley Temple. She just looks like Shirley Temple. Cozy Glow as well inspired. Yeah, that's true. Cozy Glow of
the
Friendship is Magic of the final 2 seasons. Oh yeah. I'll point out, honey, that some of the subtitles will be incorrect. So don't take them completely for granted. David Kirshner production. Yep, just like Squad mentioned earlier. I wouldn't call this an opening number. I know it comes after the narration, and God, love the plane, like, doing the trails. And also, really good integration of CGI vehicles into this environment, which they do with pretty much, I guess, most vehicles. And that one's just a flat piece. But Scott Bakula.
And Jasmine Gee.
Yeah. I'd call this...
and Natalie Cole, the daughter of Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
Ashley Peldon. I don't know why that girl's done more things, because she was really talented in this.
Right.
Well, maybe she just decided to grow up, you know?
Yeah, which is perfectly fair. Randy Newman did the songs for this movie. Not this song, though. He did not do this song. And I'd kind of call this song more of an overture. I'd definitely say that in terms of opening number, like, properly, I love they spin the sign and then they change it to the screenplay credits. It's great. Turn the spotlight. It's hard not to sing, though. The songs are really good. Yeah, so. But yeah, as for our primary musical numbers, he did all the music and lyrics for it. And here comes what I would consider our opening number proper.
Yeah.
And I love this Milkman ad, who is directed by Mark Dindal. I love that. I don't necessarily know that is necessarily a caricature.
This opening bit always stuck with me as a kid, and I still remembered. If I didn't remember the exact lyrics, I remembered this whole spiel.
Yeah.
You know?
And I love this.
I love how this whole thing is just in style of the 1930s
late
Hollywood.
30s, yeah, well, actually, kind of late 30s, early 40s, because Wizard of Oz is in theaters and Gone with the Wind is about to come out. So that's kind of
39.
39. That's around the time that the film is taking place, roughly.
Right at the cusp of World War II.
Yep.
And the end of the Golden Age.
Yep. It really is, yeah. And that Gene Kelly...
So Gene Kelly, he did not have his handprint there yet, but they put him there because he helped with the choreography.
Yep. Yeah, I love Jimmy Durante coming up there. Clear as the nose on your face, which is such a great line to prank the Jimmy Durante at. And I love the carryover. This must.
And Sawyer, like, dressed like the girl Friday.
Yep. I love everything here. And he gets in front of the cab. The guy stops for...
And I believe that's supposed to be Betty Davis.
Yeah, there's a lot of... We're going to see a lot of those in a minute. There's Clark Gable. And we've got a horse as a taxi driver. We got a monkey doing the marquee. I
It's
really
hard
love
not to get
this.
swept up
It's
in
like,
this.
this is one of those things that, like, more animated movies could tend to do. Like, really combine the...
What's her name? I've seen caricatures of her everywhere, but I don't know her actual name.
Well, if you actually look very closely, Danny's little flag is written to have Hollywood on it. It's just done in a very simplified way where they can just draw little lines on it.
I was talking about the caricatures.
I know. I'm gonna get to that, Scribe. I'll be getting to that point in a bit. Love the way that this opening number completely functions as, like, establishing the setting and Danny's desire, his I want moment. The Farley-Wink Animal Agency.
Cruella de Vil?
Nice.
Yeah, the fish is Cruella de Vil.
That's great.
And Cranston is the dad from Hercules.
I can hear it. I love Tilly. I forget her actor's name, but I love her. Tilly's great.
Let me look it up real quick. Yeah, I mean, she even has a cigarette holder, like.
Yep.
And Hello Donuts.
Yep.
They got a lot of Hollywood classics here.
Yeah. Nice. Yep. You should really look.
Kathy Najimy is Tilly.
Ah.
Hocus Pocus,
Yeah.
Mary.
That would do it, yeah. And, so, something to talk about in the animation is not just some really great character design, but also the way everyone's animated. Like, you could pause this...
Frank Welker.
Yep, hello Frank Welker. Yep. If you pause this movie at any point, you could accidentally land on a smear frame where there's like a guy where someone has 5 hands or their face is just stretched unnaturally, and it really helps like the speed and zip of this film. But there's also some great moments where they don't animate something or use as few frames as possible, and the contrast is really great.
Let's read the contracts you're given, man.
Yeah.
Make sure you're actually being paid.
Yep.
So apparently Jasmine Guy was a last-minute casting. The movie was already 90% complete, and it took him a while to find the right voice.
Well, for Sawyer,
Sawyer.
She's got just the right vibe. Probably, I think one of the reasons they probably had a hard time casting her and why Jasmine Guy does such a great part is that she sounds like a lot of classic Hollywood leading ladies, like this kind of performance and this kind of thing is like, well, all the actresses they'd probably want for this role are either too old or dead, so it's kind of hard.
And she's talking like, I showed you the Hollywood accents. She's got the reporter accent.
Oh yeah.
Again, remind me of My Girl Friday.
Right, yeah. I love how fast everyone talks. It's just great. This is great. I love that line.
Again, Girl Friday vibes.
Yeah.
That's talking.
Yeah.
Oh, classic romantic blunders.
Yeah. She is absolutely not having it with him.
And he really has no idea.
Yeah. He's just, dude. And
There's a reason I've seen PMVs of Pinkie Pie in that role.
as Danny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so energetic. I mean, Pinkie Pie for Danny or Tilly. It could work either way.
And pretty much making it look like MGM.
To the point of actually having King Kong and Toto from The Wizard of Oz here in just a moment. There he is. There's Toto. I imagine Turner definitely really liked the.
Yeah, I think they could only use MGM / Warner Brothers things.
But also, like, one of the reasons, like, Turner really liked this movie was because, like, they were doing reference to his old home at MGM. Absolutely love that the soundstage that they're doing this production on is Soundstage 13. This production is cursed from the beginning. It's great. This is also a film that has such a distinct style that works with actually on the vibe of like the celebrity caricatures. I think this film definitely takes from a similar thing that that Eric Goldberg brought over to Aladdin, and these people did it independently, probably because of the caricatures by Al Hirschfeld at the Brown Derby, which is brought up which shows up a few times.
You should have read the contract.
Yep. Yeah, we'll go ahead and get a
so
few,
people didn't really get what this movie's about. And that's René Auberjois.
Yes.
Les poissons, les poissons. How are you doing, les poissons? So many of these actors are dead. Jeez.
It's kind of sad. Well, Scott Bakula's still around.
And then come back to MGM. They're probably gonna do this at the beginning of every film, I guess.
Well, I mean, they did used to use like they did like. I think they had to bring the light out for new footage just because.
This part always stuck with me too.
Yeah.
It's all songs that stick with you as a kid.
Yeah.
So where's Noah in all of this?
Yeah.
I mean, she does sing well.
Yeah. And also great contrast, but also, like, seamless, is you can hear the difference, but her singing voice is a different little girl who I believe was younger than the girl who played her speaking voice, which just the talent on both sides, they're great at conveying this character. Especially when we get to a later song. She gets to do the unhinged Darla. Yep.
And she's like, wait a minute.
Yeah, she noticed something. Oh boy.
Yeah, this part really always stuck with me. She's like, wait, spotlight.
Whoops.
You know, actually, I believe in the movie get flagged for ruining a take.
Yeah, you'd think Flanagan would have a copy of the script on hand. Oh boy.
Here we go.
Yeah. It begins.
People have said she would have made great friends with Helga.
Oh God. Look at her face. Every face she pulls in this movie is great. From the legitimately, like, cute faces to everything else.
Nothing like the actual Shirley Temple, who was...
No. Like, look at that nostril flare.
Yes.
Woof. Well. But, like, this movie's style, as I was saying earlier, like, really is complemented by the cartoon sound effects that they do. And that halo being, like, the airplane bit.
And here, one of the most insane moments.
Yeah, here comes... That's great.
I mean, you know, it's never explicitly said. I think maybe my mom said it when we were watching. Like, maybe she's like Frankenstein's daughter, like Dr. Frankenstein's daughter. And this was the creation.
Interesting notion. Now, if you guys just briefly think about... God, love that face. If you just briefly think about Chicken Little for a minute, and you remember the voice of the of the PE coach. God, Danny's face looked so terrified.
This was also in Chicken Little Doy.
Yeah, but this is Mark Dindal, the director himself, doing the voice of Max. Is great. It's basically just the digital version of, like, at least, like, in terms of, like, digital inks and paints without using, like, 2 layers of celluloid. Where, like in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, where, like, the teeth are still but the lips are animated. Just this, like, just having gritted teeth there. Just perfectly stationary, and the lips being animated around them. Ethereal behemoth.
They're like, oh, I can't stand this girl.
No one has a very high opinion of her.
Except for the heads of the studios, because she makes money.
Yeah, except for Mammoth, because, you know, he gets to, yeah. Jeez. I do love Tilly. It's like... Just 2 drawings of her eyes. It's great. It's sad, but it's funny.
It's what everyone says behind your back.
Yep. Here's
everyone
another.
does behind your back. They make fun of you.
Probably one of my favorite sound effects choice here. Right there. The clang. Yep. Took me a while to see what this gag was here. And then he pokes himself with the pencil on his nose.
The fact that she's in the shadow this whole time.
Yeah. It's not even that Danny is lit up so much. It's just that she's put in the contrast of the lighting to make her in shadow. Which is a nice, simple little thing. Which is great. Oh, this is something that animation can do really well, especially super stylized. Is that sometimes the animation can convey some emotion based on what doesn't move. You know? Like,
Jeez.
Yeah. It's like, usually you'd want, like, the subtle breathing on a character. Like, if Disney were animating something like this, you'd want the subtle breathing on Danny when he looks down, but they just keep his body completely motionless, and that creates an entirely different mood. Because animated characters technically don't, you know, breathe. They don't have oxygen.
Okay, anyway, so I've just understood the whole thing with Sawyer and Danny. Like, she's mad at him because she sees what she used to be.
She sees some of herself in him, which we're about to learn very shortly once we meet Wooly proper. I love Pudge here trying to cheer him up. I even noticed like the subtle smile that perked up when he was like, I didn't want to hurt the big guys. Like, he thought, yeah, that was very fun. That was funny, kid. But he's still like kept in dour mood. Yeah.
Very classic, you know, Hollywood, I'll teach you the steps moment.
Yeah.
And actually, example I can think of is that I forget which movie it's from, but when what's his name? Bojangles shows Shirley Temple how to get up the stairs.
Oh. See, I was actually thinking of another animated character moment with Jerry and the Mouse and Anchors Away.
Hey, Gene Kelly.
Gene Kelly, right?
I'm just saying that it's been the kind of thing in a lot of the Hollywood musicals.
Well,
the tap dancing. I'm going to show you how to tap dance thing.
They called them talkies, but a lot of them were singies if you think about it, because like it's the novelty of sound, and like let's just put on these big productions, you know.
And this is Gimli.
Yeah, it is Gimli.
Among many other things.
True.
From Aladdin's Dad to the guy in Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, Sala.
John Rhys Davies.
Yeah.
And the fact that they have an Indian elephant with a British accent, oof, I feel like that was intentional.
For the same reasons that it was done in Disney's Jungle Book.
Yeah.
I believe you tell it's an Indian elephant because his ears are smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Love that.
Oh, this whole gag.
Yep. It's a nice little brief. Also love the poster for the Big Top implying that he used to be with the circus, which is a nice little detail you wouldn't necessarily notice until you've watched this film maybe like 500 times. Oh. I'm starting.
That's why some people can be allergic to peanuts, but not other nuts.
I am,
because peanut's not a nut.
That's true. I also really just noticed that he was not rocking this, entire, like, trailer by accident. He was doing that on purpose to make the tea. That is hilarious to me. I love this.
Oh,
poor Pudge. Absolutely love.
And that, guys, this is what it's all about. The marginalized groups in Hollywood. Like, if black people wanted to be in Hollywood films, they had to be servants.
Yeah.
Or islanders.
I guess I'll go ahead and point this out then, so that everyone else can keep watching out for it in the rest of the movie. Point out any humans that are not white. You can't. They've literally used cartoon animals in this movie to replace all minorities, to really just, like, Which honestly, I think it can kind of help some maybe bigoted parents who probably wouldn't necessarily let their kids see a film with a very kind of an important message when you really think about it, you know?
That line, that's the spotlight will never be on fellows like you or me.
It's sad, really. Yeah. It's like the animals are taxi drivers, or janitorial staff,
or they're serving ice.
Or they're serving ice.
And if they are in the films, they're not in the spotlight.
They are not in the spotlight.
I mean, even King Kong, well, if you think of it in the context here, that King Kong's the monster. The villain. You know?
Exactly. It's sad.
King Kong, also, because King Kong was a racial allegory as well. Not a positive one.
You know, I have something I wonder about this world, though. Probably would have been a pretty, at least, even if it was only a bit part and they used him as a comedy act. You imagine the Cowardly Lion in this world was actually played by a bipedal lion?
Well, yeah, I mean, that was the original intention that they were going to have the lion for the logo being there, but obviously hard to do with a lion. Plus, yeah. But yeah, that was an interesting idea if it was in this world. Okay, I love the coloring here. Everybody's in gray.
Yes, this scene specifically uses this little trick.
And he's in color.
Yeah, at least in full, bright, saturated color.
Hey, that's speciesist.
I love that exchange. It's pretty funny. And TW really picking up it really highlights the emotion of the moment, like how quickly TW actually, got into it, despite how timid he is,
Okay, these guys are also in the alley.
Yep.
Point that out.
We're trashing the camp, guys.
Nice shot.
I
do not know how playing the piano works for an elephant, though.
I think you just have to ask the elephant. He's very talented. Oh, I love this animation here. This koala. If you look at this, it's 2 frames. It's so funny. It's just 2 drawings. It's great. Technically 3 drawings, but it's like... God, Scott Bakula's a great singer. For him to be the lead in this movie is just perfect. But I think there are some points where you'll find that I'll compliment something that maybe isn't even animated because it is really good comedic timing.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
Pianos are never.
Like her opening her eyes there wasn't animated. It was just one drawing.
The Little Colonel. That was the movie with Bojangles and Shirley Temple. Okay.
Should be noted. Yeah, Yeah,
I never watched the movie. I just know the scene because it's so famous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Squad. We did say it's Don Knotts.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Let that light in.
This moment.
You can even hear it's done in the style of an actual musical piece centered around the typewriter, which is great. Also, here's another example of something that's really well animated, but the funnier part is what's not animated. It's just her eyes darting back and forth. It's just like a handful of drawings, and it makes it so funny. So I think I was talking about this when we were watching Chicken Little. Is like, if you watch Chicken Little and watch this movie and you put them side by side, you can actually see some of the same animation, like stylizations in some moments, like character like boom bap 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 bap, like really using squash and stretch like in ways to really emphasize, like, you know. Max is getting in the rhythm.
Yep, this is definitely a Gene Kelly kind of moment.
Yeah.
Probably with maybe a little bit of Ginger Rogers. I don't know.
And then Catch the Hat.
Or Ginger Rogers inspired.
Now Danny got a zoot suit. Love it.
There's a shot.
Love it. Honestly, like, using the much... Yeah. Like, I think they really made great use of their animation. In fact...
What was the MGM guy's name? LB something.
Metro Golden Mayer.
LB Mayer?
You know, I think it probably was. Because MGM was like...
LB Mayer, American film producer.
Yeah, because Metro Golden Mayer... Metro Golden...
Oh, even got the glasses, yes.
Yeah. He probably is an explicit caricature of him, too, because they do this one really funny thing with his design. Darladen.
And the magic lamp.
This is a great...
This is a great face. They very well would have done that
right
whitewashing in 1930s, too.
God, that fucking face. Never get over that goddamn face.
Oh. This is why she's such a good villain.
Yeah.
She knows when to put on the sweetie act.
Yep. I love
and the
this.
thing is, she's also cute, too.
I heard the leitmotif for the little boat on the sea.
And she's biting off all the heads.
Yep. Just pay attention to the dialogue and exchange in this scene, and then note the moment she actually bites the head off the cat cookie.
Yeah.
It's like scribe. Not pink enough. Is there? Oh, Lord.
This girl is a full-on psychopath.
Her eyes turning. She grabs it, but... And...
Bushy.
There she goes. She's got him wrapped around her little finger. Faces she pulls. So it's characters like Darla Dimple that really made me question, wait, who's playing this? Who is the actual actor behind this character? Is it the really, really well done voice acting by the person in the booth? Or is it the animator? It is definitely a dual performance.
Okay. And here comes 2 contrasting numbers, which are done perfectly.
Yep.
This one, your typical Shirley Temple style.
Oh, yeah.
Her acting a little too mature for her age, too.
Yeah. I love
intentionally done.
I love the way they use her chubby little baby body in order to do this shit, because it just really adds to the comedy of the moment. It's like
get loud. Try not to sing.
Right. But specifically this part,
it's so weird.
When she rolls over again, it's like, good lord.
Girl, what have you been watching?
Little chubby little legs. What movies has she been starring in is the real question then.
I thought you said your heart, Miss Dimple. Oh, whatever. And she just has these in her mind. She's rich.
I do love that "wanna make your mama proud." That's a really good. That's a pretty good like little rhyme in the middle there.
This is more Monroe moment, actually.
And I think this was something I was talking about during the Emperor's New Groove, when you've got the duplicates of the guards at the palace doing the river dance, and then you got these duplicate guys, some of which are just copy pasted. So Mark Dindal really knows how to. Love that boom sound effect, is great. Oh, love this. To max. Sometimes it's what you don't animate that's just really fucking funny.
He's like, he appeared on the other side.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. What is it? She called him Donald, Dennis, Dino. You know, considering the Hanna-Barbera connections of the Turner Animation Department, maybe that was a Flintstones reference. Donald was definitely a little dig at Disney, I think.
And here we go, the 180.
And now the singing voice of Darla gets to be unhinged for the first, and I think only song she does.
Make sure to do a PMV this moment.
Yeah.
With Cozy Killer, of course.
And she just pushes Max a little bit on that line. It's really great.
Again, the Frankenstein vibes here. You know, which question, where are her parents?
I love the spades, and then her lips come in as like a heart shape. They got this very like.
This number always stuck with me as a kid too.
You can even see the broken piece of the clouds are heart shapes. She's really, and all of it is heart shapes. And the heart shapes used in here and the foreshadowing for what is about to happen. God.
Does he villainize?
Horrifying. Anyway. I love how there was a setting for the fans for Tempest. You were talking about her being in shadow earlier. She was backlit when she walked in.
Stop with the animal things.
Yep. Yeah.
Just like, oh, her pupils.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool. Whoa, boy. Yep. God. Every face Darla is drawn with. But yeah, you got this. Yep. His giant hands. Just such a great design element. Oh boy.
Into each life a little rain must fall.
Here she goes. Here it goes. It's great.
I haven't built it that way.
Now we're starting to contrast things. Everything about Max is amazing. We love cartoons, right? We love cartoons. The water and electricity bill would be through the roof.
So you could kill them. The lightning in the water.
That's the idea. And now you can very clearly see the number 13 on the door. Just brilliant.
You fools!
Yeah, I love the press coming in a shot and then leaving. And off they go. There was actually a Noah's Ark movie that was infamous for being a box office bomb and killing a few of its background actors. Ouch.
Ooh.
You learn something new every day. I want to unlearn it, please. I love this.
This is Simpson. That was meant to be Simpson.
Yeah.
Anything you could do, I could do better.
What are those people? Oh, Lord. Yeah. Yep. And off they go.
Ooh.
Well, there goes the art.
It does look bad. Yeah, it does look bad. All the property damage.
Woof. Woof.
It does look bad. It's just in general.
Aw, Tilly. Damn. Yep. And the other shoe drops. Her face, every time it gets me. Her face gets me every time. And this is a more emotional moment, but they just can't not draw her and make it not funny. Darla is just such a funny character design. She is designed with humor in mind. You can't. Her design undercuts it completely. And now Danny is backlit. So his face is cast in the shadow. Damn, dude. Oof. It hurts. It hurts. Yep. I can still see the... Oof. Just them being in this, like, dingy little diner, it's, like, leaking. That's a good line.
And here comes the voice of Natalie Cole.
Yep. In our 11th hour number, really.
Now, that's the other thing, that they had Natalie Cole cast before Jasmine Gee. And if you've ever heard something stupid that... No, wait, that's Frank Sinatra. Never mind, I got it right. I get it wrong. Have you ever heard of L is for the way you look at me?
I love that.
Yeah, I wanted to sing this song for the school talent show, but I could not find a karaoke track. At least at the time, I could not find one on YouTube.
Damn. But, like, I love that line. I thought this time we're gonna make it. It's like, it's such like a... That feels like old-time Hollywood kind of scripting. It's like, it's just such a nice little emphasis. Also, what a great name for a song, and what a great thesis. Yep. That's a pretty good line. That's a great line. Damn.
Yeah, because we're appreciating.
Also love Danny being there, right? And walking across. The background fades to black and then fades back in, but he's still like walking along there. Yeah. Oh. Yep. They've gotten to a point where they've really flipped the script. Damn.
I said Squad. Jasmine Gee was hired after like 90% of the movie was already completed. They'd already cast Natalie Cole for the singing voice.
Jasmine Gee's a pretty good singer herself. Well, there you go. I mean, if it...
But it's Natalie Cole, for crying out loud.
I mean, hey, when Wooly said voice of an angel, he really meant it.
Natalie Cole, the Jazz King's daughter.
Yeah.
Literally, Nat King Cole, so yeah, King.
Yeah.
She the princess.
I love this. So he left his little straw hat behind.
Yeah, Tilly is such a shipper, you're right. There's always that one person in the group who ships everybody.
And now her, yeah, and like after the turning point, her face, like when there's lighting, is no longer cast in shadow. So I'm really glad you brought that up at that like scene back at the soundstage day one, because it was like.
This always grossed me out.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell did you put in that sandwich, man?
That is too much mustard and or cheese.
Man.
Oh, and then this visual. Oof. Thank you, Danny. It's like, yeah. And then.
Oof.
Yeah.
This isn't just for you anymore now.
Yeah. Sure, dude.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Exactly.
He may be down, but he ain't out.
The only way they still have to go is up.
I also love this.
You know what? Keep it for Buster Moon. Oh, yeah. You haven't seen Sing, have you?
Seen what?
Sing.
Oh, no, yeah, no, I didn't watch Sing. We probably will
need
someday.
to watch it sometime. Yeah, but say he be friends with Buster Moon, and you'll see what I mean.
Oh, was Buster Moon the koala?
Yeah, the koala.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I remember seeing all the trailers.
Like, huh?
Love this. It's like she knows exactly what happened.
Although apparently in this world, movies get released like a week after filming.
Welcome to Toontown.
Mm.
I love it. Image is everything. Yep.
They're going. Notice how they're going in the back row. It's very subtle.
But they also like didn't like make any note of like they were invited. All the good seats are probably taken as well, so.
Yeah, but actually, if we were really going with the theaters back then, they would have gone on the balcony. You know, segregated seating.
Yeah. And that's if they were even allowed in the same theater.
Yeah. Is Noah in this whole movie?
They took a little bit of artistic liberties. Thanks, Cranston. This is great. Remember what I was saying earlier about like that sometimes it's what they don't animate that's really funny. Oh god. It's just the curtains behind them and he's just gone. Thank you, Batman. Oh Lord. Good Lord.
Nice.
Yep. And if you see the rain cloud in the movie, yeah, they have Max's face on them. I mean, you can't tell me that's not supposed to be Max's face.
He's like, seriously, man. Like, come on, it was just a movie, man.
Whoop, up you go.
Rooftop showdown. Ugh.
Yeah, this is a great moment. High up place, a big chase, and a cat. This is reminding me of Emperor's New Groove a little bit.
Oh, that's right. I guess Mark Dindal really likes those rooftop showdowns. And cats, apparently, right? Cats don't dance, and then Emperor's New Groove with the train and the cat, and then Garfield.
Yep, Garfield.
Kitty cats.
Well, Garfield was on a train, but yeah, it works. Same principle.
Well, I mean, kitty cats.
Ooh. They really do a great job at integrating the 3D balloon, the CGI balloon, into this whole thing. It's just so well done. Ugh. Actually, I think her nose might have been hand-drawn in the a couple of those shots. It's pretty hard to tell. Oh, Lord, he's coming. Danny doesn't look as scared anymore. It's great. It's great. Aw. He's there. Uh-huh.
You can't
Love it.
deny it in front of them.
Mm. Mhm. Hmm. Mhm. Mm. Oof.
Right.
Oh boy.
The fat lady's side.
Yeah.
The puns.
Yeah. Damn. It's just...
The line.
Yeah.
that line. That line.
Yeah.
It's getting kind of, sort of, more or less, rather late. There we go. The showstopper.
Yeah.
That's the first time he heard her sing.
Yep. God, and she literally did the Grinch smile.
We're making it big and loud.
Pretty sure that lyric was
Yeah.
fly. Goddamn subtitles.
Making it big and loud.
She's just she's just losing it. Yeah. They're getting all the they're getting almost all the lyrics wrong in this with the subtitles.
Oh.
Yeah. Just as long as
donuts.
as love will allow. Okay.
Of all switches.
Yeah. But yeah, like the idea of like you got a contract when you got yours, you must have gotten mine. That's such a good bit. Again, really hitting on the.
And nothing's literally gonna stop them.
Like blackballing actors.
Happy Pride Month.
Oof.
Speaking of marginalized groups.
Yeah. Whoop. Here it is.
Oh.
Whoops.
Great job, Darla.
The one switch that she never hit.
It's not what he said.
Yeah, subtitles are wrong, but I love that.
We is simple, not very mystical. He's like, what? Where did you get that?
No.
But they don't get it.
Love cartoons. And now we get all of the gags, and we're gonna completely break out of the old Hollywood in a hot minute. Yep.
Mask.
Yep.
I've seen that movie. Superman. Beetlejuice.
Good Lord. Free Tilly. And that's a nice little bookend of things.
Isn't it child labor? Well, it was dirty, so never mind.
And dedicated to our friend and collaborator, Gene Kelly. God damn, what a great film.
Yeah, one of the many underrated animated films of the 90s simply because it wasn't made by Disney.
Yeah. It's sad, really.
Yeah. God, what happened to the 90s?
I know, right?
Because even the stuff that wasn't like in the spotlight was so good.
Whoops, that was an accident. Uh-oh, how long has that been happening?
Bella, are we supposed to be seeing the film?
Don't.
We just finished.
Yeah, don't worry about that. I'll fix that later. Don't worry about it. It's fine. But yeah, that's the...
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
Yep. Great film.
Great allegory for marginalized groups in Hollywood. How they're still treated, actually. Well, maybe not as badly, but they're still kind of pushed aside a bit. Of course, anytime they are put in the spotlight, everyone's like, oh, whoa, political correctly. It's like, no, not always. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'm very exhausted today.
Just as long as the law will allow. Thank you. Okay, here we go.
That reminds me, I gotta check on the primary election results.
But yeah, for Tilly's line, been knocked down, cut down, locked down, shut down, held down, fell down every time. Push back, dig out a contract. When you got yours, you must have gotten mine. Like, good lord, ain't that just a moment? And then we got this one, and one more song that was not written by Randy Newman, just as a little pop ballad to stick in the end credits, I guess. But God, what a great movie, right? Like, great film, stellar film. Bruce Smith was creator of Proud Family, did character design. Oh, you know what? Yeah, the Bruce Smith. It does feel like some Bruce Smith designs now that you say that. It's like they got some really dynamic shapes to them. It's really great. But yeah, the video reference cast, character sculptures. Oh God, can you imagine like finding one of the character sculptures for this film? But yeah, incredible. I mean, animation incredible. VAs did a great job. Everything just hits home so well. I think this is probably one of those things. Such a great cast. Great. Do you have anything else to add? Because I'm running out of things.
I'm just very tired.
That's fair. But man, this film, honestly, I'm glad that it has had like a Blu-ray release, because like just having a DVD where it's just sitting in full screen and they basically just cut off like portions of the beautiful background art and animations, like that's not the way this film should be seen. This film needs to be seen like in its full glory, for its animation, for its message, for its brilliant songs. Like, when people were bringing this movie back into discussion, the songs were like one of the highlights, and good. Yeah.
I mean, the songs were what stuck with me when I was little, and I didn't really remember the movie in full until later. Yeah. See, Betty Davis, Jimmy Durante, Laurel and Hardy, Mae West.
Mae West. Yeah, I always forget. Okay. No animals were harmed. No animals were harmed during the making of this film, although some were erased and had to be redrawn.
Nice.
Love it. Love little shit like that. But yeah, I think that's it, guys. I think there's nothing else that can be said, nothing else that needs to be said. I think this is quite a good spot to leave it. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and hit the. There's nothing else after that. That's it. That was Cats Don't Dance. What a beautiful fucking movie. All right. Thank you
nothing
all.
more to say.
Yeah. Thank you all so much for joining us on this spectacular adventure And if you're viewing this after the fact, thanks for watching. And in the meantime, remember to take care, stay safe, and don't let anyone stop you. Now or ever. Good night, everybody.
Night.
All right, and cut off in 3.